The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff. Wow, that is going to set a tone for what could be a very physical game. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Kennedy Lions. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Jones. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete. Loose inside the 30. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Houston. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set. Blue, 32. Fight, 97. Set.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Come on, set. 33, yellow. Ready?
A second down throw for Love. This is intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
The extra point is up and through. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set! Ready! Clock, 10, red, 38! Striker, 3-3! Hut!
To the ground, a first down run. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using for
that one intercepted. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Come on, set! Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
Here we go, set! Viking, 18! Check, smash! 70 Ranger!
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Out to his right. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of a first down after a gain of 7.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
19 Cardinal, 7 Pirates!
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
707 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free out, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Green Bay Packers. Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Yo, you saw my text.
Ready, break. Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, ready.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You look at this Packers defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, there would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8.
Down. Ready.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Packers at 12-1 now to start play. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat. And they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Cluster. 6. 7.
Play action this time with Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
95.
You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
Here we go. Black 40. 6. Mega.
Love from the gun. Complete here. It's high. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
Shot, 17. Here we go, here we go. 60 red, 60 red.
Off the play fake, Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Ortiz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
From the 10, 1st and goal.
Drill green. Ready, ready. 10 black. Set.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Blue, 32. Ready?
Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. But now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Set. Cut.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Love looking to throw it. That's taken in by Golden. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Yards on the play. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
On play action. Love to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Will Anderson. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
95. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And his kick here is good. And that'll do it for the 1st quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
18 Cardinal.
2nd and 4. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll set up to throw.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Hancock. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Now Love. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
Ready. Blue 30, black ultra. Set.
Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught from Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to widen their advantage. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Now Clement fumbles the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Packers 24, Texans 0. Cam Little to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. and I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackled for just a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here comes Carter. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Come on, set.
They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On the double. Here we go, set. Yellow, 43.
They just do get the play off. Love going to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Okay,
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ken Black, ready.
Working out of the gun. Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Third field, Black. Black shot. Claws red. Blaster, 6.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
19 Tigers.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fernandez. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Intercepted. The Packers
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Set, ready, set.
Final play of the half, Love. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the belt 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hancock. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Love now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Third down and 10.
Shot. 17. 10 cycles. 10 black. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hancock. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Texans first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
It's a gain of 32.
Mustang 19.
And the Texans first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Second and 2. At the Packers' 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, again to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown Brown. And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
I know what the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored could benefit someone.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau, and their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Down.
Love going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm him at all.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
65 catch. Cowboy 80. Check. Buffalo 18.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This happened. And oh, it caught up. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
18 Cardinal.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Warriors 70.
First down, Texans.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Get it. Cougar 19. Go.
And inside give to Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
He finds his man, complete. It's Fernandez. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Come on.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Hancock. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now a give right side. Hancock. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now, 19 strikes, 19 strikes.
First down, Houston.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 23
Mustang
yards.
19.
And the Texans.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Cut. Ready.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Cut. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Green Bay, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Houston, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up, bitch, we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like, oh.